FDR's second election. Franklin D. Roosevelt was the Democratic candidate. Alf Landon was the Republican candidate. In 1935, Senator Huey Long, who once supported Roosevelt, set up a Share the Wealth program, which would help depression-struck families. This would gain him at least 4 million votes alone if he were to run against Roosevelt, but fortunately for Roosevelt, Long ended up dying a few months before the election. During the Republican National Convention, Landon won 984 votes out of the 1,003 delegates that had attended, making him the Republican candidate, with his running mate being Frank Knox, who was a critic of Roosevelt's New Deal. During the Democratic Convention, Roosevelt was renominated with his vice president, John Nance Garner. Next slide. The election was not difficult for Roosevelt, as he had the support of farmers, laborers, and the poor. Landon received less than 17 million votes in the popular vote, while Roosevelt received more than 27 million. In addition, Landon had only received 7 electoral votes, while Roosevelt got 523, as he carried every state except Vermont and Maine. During Roosevelt's second term, he promised to implement his first New Deal, or continue to help those affected by the economic crash, as well as continue to decrease the unemployment rate. Next slide. This picture shows how the states voted in the election and how Roosevelt carried almost every state except for 2. This was also the greatest electoral landslide since the beginning of the two-party system in the 1850s.